Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my first of my declutter, wow, there's dust on these. This is going to be my first of my declutter videos. So today we're going to be doing foundations and concealers. I thought that that would be kind of a good one to start off with. I have quite a few foundations, so I'm going to start with those first, and then my concealers are in this drawer right here, along with my powders, but we'll do powders another time. Yeah, if you want to hear a little bit about why I'm deciding to go through and do a declutter of my entire collection, you can go watch my makeup inventory. So I'm kind of excited, but I'm also nervous because a lot of these foundations, I feel like I don't really have a good grasp of whether or not I like them. So I'm just going to pick some of the products that are newer in my collection, and some of them I actually haven't tried out yet. So the first one here is the Super Serum Skin Tint by Ilia, I believe is how you say it. I just got this, so I have not tried it out yet. So we will be keeping this. I'm going to put the ones that I'm keeping kind of back here for now, and then I will probably make like a pile of the ones that I'm keeping versus the ones that I'm not, so you can kind of see the difference. So I also have this guy. This is the Cover FX custom cover drops. I bought a shade that I could mix with my foundations for when I am self-tanning, so I could stop purchasing foundations that match my self-tanning shade, if that makes sense. So I got this guy. Again, I haven't used that, and it's new, so I'm putting it back there. So this is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. This is supposed to, I guess, like protect your skin from blue light from screens. I thought that was pretty interesting, so I decided to purchase it, but I have not yet tried it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one as well, so I can try it out and let you guys know what I think. Another one is this guy from Tarte. This is the let's make sure it's focused. So this is the Tarte Found Sealer. It's like the Babusu one or something. I don't know. It doesn't have the full name on the packaging, which is a little confusing, but I did just purchase this, so we will see how this works. I don't know my thoughts on it yet, but I will be keeping it. So all the rest of them I've used at least a few times. I don't know if I necessarily have thoughts on all of these, but I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. The first one I have here is the ABH, what is this called? The Luminous Foundation. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I don't know if I love this foundation, but I think it works pretty well for me, but I want to keep playing around with it. I don't think I've used it enough to really like give my full thoughts on it, so I'm going to keep it around for now to continue to test this. I'll just get these out of the way. These are foundation mixers, so I have a white one, a blue one, and a yellow one. So yeah, I will be keeping all of these. They come in handy. I obviously haven't opened two of them. Yeah, they do come in handy every once in a while, so it'll be nice to have those. Next up, I do have this guy right here. This is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I zoomed you in a little bit. I just feel like we were a little far away. I've never filmed one of these, so I'm just trying to make sure things look good. Okay, so yeah, this foundation, oh, wait a second. Huh, I actually haven't used this. So I actually haven't used this foundation. I didn't realize that. I was looking at it and I was like, what do I think about this foundation? I don't know. And then I saw that it still has the little thing on it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this so I can go ahead and figure out what my thoughts are on this. Okay, I have two NARS foundations. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. They're not cruelty free, and they've kind of been sitting in my collection for a while. I think I bought these when NARS was still considered cruelty free, or maybe it was like before I went cruelty free is what I'm thinking of. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of both of these. I haven't reached for them in a very long time, and they're not products that I would talk about on my channel, so there's not really a point to keeping them. I'm gonna actually take all of these, oops. I'm going to put the ones that I'm decluttering in this so we can kind of keep track of it better. Okay. Cool, so I guess I will start with this little pile here. So next up I have this Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. This is in a project pan currently, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and declutter this. I feel like it's gotten pretty, like, I just feel like it's close to being expired. I feel like it oxidizes a lot on me now, and it used to be like the perfect color. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. There's not that much left, so I could like force myself to pan this, but I just feel like that kind of goes against what I'm trying to do right now, which is start panning products that I actually would be talking about on my channel, and this one is just not one that I would talk about on my channel because it's not cruelty free, so I wouldn't want to be like recommending it or anything. Okay, so next up, I don't know if you can see this super well on camera, but this is the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. It's really hard to get to focus. Okay, there it is. So this foundation, I think I remember enjoying this. I don't know if I've used it a ton since it first launched. It's kind of just been sitting, getting old in my collection, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this for now and just see if I like it, and if I don't reach for it, or if I find out that I really don't like it, then I will declutter it at that point. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. So I have the Glossier Skin Tint here. I'm definitely keeping this. I really enjoy this. I think it gives such a like nice kind of fresh, dewy look to the skin. It's perfect for that like minimal kind of no makeup day. And next up we have a similar product. This is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. I really have been enjoying this. This is the first product from Kosas that I ever got. Sorry if I'm saying the brand name wrong, but I don't know how to pronounce it, but everything that I've tried from them so far I've liked. I haven't tried like a ton, but it started all with this product and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice, and then that made me want to try more from them. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping this. So next up I have this Fenty foundation. I don't know if it's hard to tell if it's focusing or not on it, but this is the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. And I actually just tried this out. Oops. I just tried this out for the first time today, and so far I hate it. It looked so bad on my skin. It just like really made my skin look super dry, which is weird because it's supposed to be hydrating. But I also might just be having a really bad skin day, so it's really hard to say. I am going to keep this for now and continue to try it out, especially I'll make sure that I've really done a good job like exfoliating and everything before I try this again. But if it continues to look the same as it did today, I will definitely be decluttering this because it looked really bad. It just like it like clung to every dry patch, and then it didn't want to stay. Like it got really patchy as I was like applying my other products on top of it. Yeah, I don't know if it's this product or just my skin right now. It's hard to tell. Next up, we have the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. Hello, that is a very long name. This one I kind of remember having the same issue with, where like it went on and it just looked really patchy and cakey on my dry skin, which is weird because this you would think would be great for dry skin. I am going to keep this though and just continue to test it out because I think I got kind of scared to like keep using it, so I don't think I've really given it a fair shot. It could, again, it could just be my skin. It could just be that, again, I used it on a really bad skin day. So I'm going to keep this, but this one and the Fenty one are kind of on the chopping block, so to speak, so they might not be around for long. So next up I have a stick foundation from Makeup Revolution. This is their Fast Base Stick Foundation. It's been a really long time since I used it last. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I actually like stick foundations, but I don't know, this one I just like am never super like interested in reaching for, so I think I just need to go ahead and declutter this. Next up I have this ColourPop No Filter Stick Foundation. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one and continue to play around with it. I felt like the color wasn't great on this, like the one that I got, so I don't know if I just need to try a different shade of it or not at some point, but I'm going to see if I can kind of make this one work for me. So I'm going to give it another shot, but I don't know if this one will stay in my collection for much longer. So next we have the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This is actually my favorite foundation. I think if I had to choose a foundation, I think I would choose this one. Mine's actually getting pretty old. I just want to like look at how much I have left. I definitely need to probably finish this up soon at some point. But yeah, this is one of my favorite foundations. If I did finish it, or if this one expired or anything, I probably would go ahead and repurchase this. So I'm going to be hanging on to this guy, but I think this needs to get panned soon because it is getting expired, but I do really, really like it. Okay, next up I have the Sunday Riley Influencer Clean Long Wear Foundation. This one, oops, out of focus. This one I remember liking, but I haven't used it in a very long time. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it and see if I can't get some good use out of this. I have two IT Cosmetics foundations. So this one is the Your Skin But Better CC Illumination Cream. I feel like this one really frustrates me because it's in the shade Fair, but I think you can probably tell that it is like too dark for me. I think for that reason, I don't know, it's really frustrating. I think this one I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I just like never reach for it, especially with the Glossier and the Kosas ones being BB creams or like tinted moisturizers or whatever. Like I reach for those when I want sort of a, what am I trying to say? I reach for those when I want like a minimal makeup look, and then this one is like technically full coverage, but I have other full coverage foundations. So I feel like there's not really a reason for me to have this. I do like that it has SPF 50, but I think I've had this for long enough where I'm not even sure that the SPF would still be good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. This one is the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. This one also has SPF in it, I believe. Yes, it does. Sorry, it's right there. So this one also has SPF in it, but it's a little bit newer to my collection. I haven't had it as long. And I'm gonna go ahead and try it and we'll see if, because again, this is in the shade Fair, but it's a little too dark for me, but I'm gonna see if I can work with it. Maybe mix it with some white foundation or something to see if it's worth doing that. But I think if I'm remembering correctly, I like this one a little bit better than the other one. So this right here is the Aqua Assurance Compact Foundation by JCat. So this is like a powder foundation, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and keep this. I haven't used it in a while. I'm kind of just wanted to touch it. It's not a great color for me. Yeah, we're gonna keep this for now. I want to just kind of try it out a little bit more before deciding whether or not I want to get rid of it, because I don't have any other powder foundations. So I think this one's, I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. We have another foundation in kind of weird packaging. This is the RMS Uncover Up. So it's like concealer and foundation. We will continue to just keep it in here for now. Next up I have this Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. It's kind of like this moussey texture. Sorry about my yellow eyeliner swatch there, but please focus. Okay, so it's kind of this like moussey texture. It's kind of like thick but also very watery at the same time. Shade match is not great. I think this might have gone bad actually. I think this might be expired because I remember this not being a bad shade for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I just don't really love the feel of it. I don't think I ever really did. Kind of that like, just that, it's not really gel. It's like just a very watery kind of goopy cream, but it's like always been that way, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this guy. I think it's time to. Next up I have the Huda Beauty, what is this? Full Filter Foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. This one just, I don't know, I remember it being like extremely thick and I just didn't like how it felt on my skin, and I think they did reformulate it, so this is actually like pretty old because it's the original one, so I do need to go ahead and just declutter this, I think. So next up I have a Giorgio Armani foundation here. This is my self-tanning shade. It's in 6, so it was kind of like that perfect olive undertone foundation for if I self-tan with my Loving Tan self-tanner. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I don't want to have to try and pan this, and because I really haven't been self-tanning much recently, so I just like don't really want to keep this around to try and pan it. So next up, I have this Maybelline foundation. This is called their 24-hour foundation. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I do remember really liking this foundation. It was very full coverage and looked really nice on the skin, but they're not cruelty free, and so it's just not something that I would be able to get much use out of, both on camera and also, like I had mentioned in my makeup inventory, the stuff that I want to talk about on camera needs to be the stuff that I talk about, or it needs to be the stuff that I use off camera, so this gotta go. So next up I have the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. I really don't remember loving or hating this. I was kind of just meh on it. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I just never reach for it. I'm not really excited about it. And I think, yeah, it's just kind of been sitting in this drawer for a while. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this. I kept it around because I kept telling myself I would pan it, but yeah. Next I have this white foundation from LA Girl. It's kind of like separated and stuff. I've had it for, wow, that smelled really bad. So I've had this for a while, and I just smelled it, and it kind of smells a little funky, and it looks a little gross in there. I can kind of see it separated a little bit. And yeah, I've had this for years and years, and I do have the other one that's newer, that's more of a foundation mixer rather than a white foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this actually, because I don't know, I would have liked to have finished it off, but I did get a good amount of use out of it, and now it's just kind of like, it's like really liquidy, like I can see it moving around in there, and it's like really gross, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. So I have the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. Don't really remember if I've used this or not. I kind of feel like I haven't because it looks very clean up here at the pump. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this and just see if it's something that I enjoy or not. Hopefully, it looks like a good shade match for me. So hopefully we'll see if I like it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Next up, I have this YSL All Hours foundation. Again, I bought this shade in a self-tanning shade because I actually couldn't get a light enough shade, and I was like really wanting to try this foundation out because of Jamie Genevieve. But yeah, they're not cruelty free, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I don't really reach for it, so kind of regret purchasing it, honestly, but it is what it is. So I also have this Dior foundation. Again, it's more of a self-tanning shade for me, and I'm going to declutter this one too. I think I bought this one because of Jaclyn Hill, and yeah, I don't know. They're not cruelty free, so I think I just need to go ahead and declutter this one. Alright, next up I have the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because I believe that they are discontinuing this anyways, and they're also not cruelty free, so I'd rather just focus on my other foundations that I have. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. And then I have this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. This one I actually really like. My only concern with this foundation is that I've had it for a while. I actually used it the other day and it still seems to be performing pretty well, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it, see if I can get a good amount of use out of it before it potentially expires. Next up, I have this Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup. I remember I actually surprisingly really liked this. I kind of thought I wasn't going to when I first pumped some of it out because it was a little bit thicker than I was expecting, but I actually remember really liking this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I don't think it's the best shade match for me. I'm going to go ahead and keep this guy for now. And then we have the Light Illusion Foundation from Flower Beauty. Again, this is a foundation that's too dark for me, but I tried to get the lightest shade that had a warm undertone to it, and this is what I got. So I think I can probably still try this out with the foundation mixer. I think maybe I've used this once or twice, but I don't think it was any time recently, so I'm kind of like, I don't remember what I think about this foundation at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one and test it out for the time being. So cool. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of organize this and then I'll show you all the ones that I'm decluttering in the little box that it's in. So I'm keeping 21 proper foundations, so like not including the ones that I use to like mix things. And then I'm getting rid of 14 foundations. So I think that's pretty good. I have some that are on the chopping block, so I feel like potentially I could be getting this down to a lot less. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. I think that's good. So let's switch on over to concealers.